Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Chasing 70 Degrees. My name is Travis, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about the rolling big power 3-inch to 4-inch exhaust tip adapter, as well as the blacked out powder coated rolling big power or RBP 4-inch exhaust tip that I'm going to be installing on my 2018 Ford F-150 Ecoboost truck. Now, I'm going to be taking these parts up to my local muffler shop, and I've already spoken to the individual there, and they're actually going to be cutting back the existing exhaust tip. And you might be wondering why I would have to do that. Well, on the Ecoboost, which is a non-diesel vehicle, it's a 3-inch exhaust tip that's on there right now. So they're going to cut that back substantially. We're going to use the 3-inch to 4-inch adapter. I'm having them weld the adapter on so that no one could sort of shimmy the adapter and, more importantly, the exhaust tip off of the vehicle. So they're going to cut the pipe back substantially. I've got this really nice looking black powder coated 4-inch exhaust tip that we're going to be installing on there, and I'm going to try to capture as much as I can. I'm going to see if they'll let me film them cutting the exhaust tip back, maybe doing the weld with the exhaust tip adapter, and then it's going to be easy enough to go ahead and install the exhaust tip myself, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, it's been pretty cold here over the last 3 or 4 days. I'm in Maryland, and we've gotten about a foot of snow in the last week or so. So very cold out there, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this done today. So let me go ahead and pull you in for a close-up. I'm going to pull these parts out. I'm going to show you exactly what they look like, and hopefully they're going to make that Ford F-150 look a little bit nicer, give me a little larger exhaust tip. And you got to admit, the blacked out look with that magma red F-150 is a pretty nice look. So let's go ahead and get a close-up of the exhaust tip adapter as well as this new exhaust tip. All right, so first we're going to talk about the exhaust tip adapter. You can see that we've got a 3-inch opening here. So again, they're going to be cutting back the existing exhaust tailpipe, and they're going to be, I think they're going to do a 1/8 of an inch sort of expansion here, and then they're going to weld this onto what's left of the exhaust tip on the Ford F-150. Now, you can see they've got this little ring here, and that is where the actual new RBP exhaust tip is going to be connected into. And so I'm actually going to, I'll drop this together here and show you what that's going to look like. But here's the 4-inch adapter side. And so this is going to go to the existing exhaust on the Ford F-150. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to have the new RBP tip is going to plug in here. And so let's take a look at that. And it's actually really, really nice. So here is the RBP new black powder coated exhaust tip I'm going to be putting on here. What I like about it, and let me get that in the right direction there, you'll notice that it's got plates on both sides with the logo. And it's just it's a really, really nice look. And when you hold on to this thing, it's definitely heavy, and it is definitely really, really nice. And so it should give my Ford F-150 a pretty nice look. And then let's go ahead, and literally all that's going to happen is you can see this bolt assembly here at the top, and I'm not going to jam this all the way in, but there is a slot right here. You can see we've got this sort of screw mechanism that this sort of little wing tip thing here is going to slide into, and then you would run the bolt through and you can lock that down. So I'm going to have them install this, and then I figured I would go ahead and take care of this on my own. I'm not going to have them, I could have them weld the exhaust tip to the exhaust tip adapter, but to be honest with you, if somebody's going to dive under the car and try to get this off of there, then, hey, more power to you. And again, I didn't want them to have to weld this, and who knows, maybe I'd want to change the exhaust tip at some point. But that's it. That is the setup, and that's what the setup's going to look like. And I'm not going to have it coming way off the side of the car. I'm going to almost keep it even, to the side, I should say the truck, to the side of the truck, so that it doesn't look ridiculous and it's not, hanging out into the street or anything like that. But hopefully it's going to give it a nice look. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually heading up right now to Maryland Muffler on Route 3 and 175. And let's take a look and see what this looks like once we can get it installed. All right, so here we are at Maryland Muffler on Route 3 and 175 here in Gambrills, Maryland. And this is the existing tailpipe that is on the back of the car, and you can kind of see how it comes out, and that's about how far it comes out. I think they're probably going to bring it out so that you're going to see it'll probably be right out here even with the tire possibly. So, but they're going to cut that back, and yeah, like I always say, for things that you can't do, make sure you get a professional to do it, and that is why we are here at Maryland Muffler on Route 3. All right, so I'm going to cut back as soon as we get this done, and we'll take a look. All right, so I just got back from Maryland Muffler, and here is what we've got. They were actually kind enough, at no extra charge, to put the tailpipe tip on there. And as I said, you can see here they did exactly what I wanted them to do. They did a masterful job here. So you can see that the exhaust tip actually comes out and is almost, it's kind of tough the angle you're at there, but you can see it's almost dead even with the body of the truck. And I'm going to crawl underneath here to give you a closer look so that you can see the exhaust tip, the 3 to 4 inch conversion, and where they did the weld, and then how they got this attached. And they even went so far as when they attached this on the bolt right up here that you see right up there, that bolt, and I'm going to get a close-up of that. They actually put some Loctite in there and everything. I mean, this looks absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And they hit the area around the 3 to 4 inch RBP conversion with some black paint. So let me give you a look here from a little further back. And so now that is what the rear end of the truck looks like with that RBP exhaust tip. All right, so I'm going to crawl under and I'm going to see how good of a shot I can get you of a close-up on the weld as well as the paint they threw on there in order to make it look absolutely beautiful. So let's dive under the truck. All right, so here we are way underneath the Ford F-150, and there is the exhaust tip, and there is the 3 to 4 inch conversion adapter. Let me get you a close-up here. As you can see, that's the bolt that I was referring to, and you can see how the sort of eyelet there on the exhaust tip fits into that, or I should say the bolt fits into that eyelet, and they even put some Loctite on there for me. And here's what I was referring to. So here's the weld. Let me back up a little bit, bring it into focus a little better. So there's the weld that went on the 3 to 4 inch conversion adapter. They welded it all the way around for me, did a beautiful job. And as you can see there, and I didn't even ask them to do this. I mean, they just went out of their way and did this for me. They went ahead and threw some black paint to kind of make the transition a little smoother there between the adapter and the original factory exhaust. And so this is a look as to what it looks like underneath here. You can see there's still some, I've got some salt that looks like it's, as you can, there's clearly snow on the ground here behind me, and it's freezing outside, but wanted to make sure we got this done. All right, so now let's go ahead and take a look from the passenger side of the vehicle, and then swing around to the back and then wrap this video up. I also wanted to give you a shot of what it looks like when we're looking at it from this side of the vehicle as well. So if I were to zoom in here a little bit, so there it is, and you can see what I really like about this exhaust tip is it's badged on both sides, and the badges are held in there with rivets. So it's not something that, you know, might, I don't know, come off or something like that. I mean, it's got these nice little rivets, 4 rivets that hold it on this side as well as on the other side. And so that is what the 4-inch exhaust tip looks like. I'll come around and give you one more look here. Try not to slip on any of the ice that is in my driveway. All right, and there we go. So that is the RBP exhaust tip. All right, so that is going to do it for this RBP 3 to 4 inch conversion tailpipe piece and the RBP exhaust tip, the 4-inch RBP exhaust tip. As you can see, it looks absolutely beautiful there on the back of the truck, and I'm going for more of a blacked out look. So I think this is going to fit in absolutely perfect for me. And I didn't mention this at the beginning of the video, but to be clear, I am not sponsored by RBP. None of those parts were given to me. I wasn't given any compensation to make this video. This is just something that, you know, I looked around and found the RBP exhaust tips in the conversion piece, and there's no question I am extremely happy with my purchase. So Again, $90 at Maryland Muffler. Your mileage may vary, no pun intended, but it looks beautiful. Adds a great look to the truck, definitely sort of a more aggressive look to the truck, and I hope you like it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I've got affiliate links for the 3 to 4 inch conversion component as well as the exhaust tip that I purchased. All right, thanks so much for stopping by, and as always, enjoy the chase.